Am I the asshole for telling another gym member to wear a bra? I fucking hate wearing bras. They're uncomfortable, constricting, and expensive. With work from home, I spent the last year and a half basically never wearing a bra and got used to it. Quite frankly, my boobs are non-existent anyways. I recently started going to the gym again and started working out braless. I should note that up until now, no one has ever pointed out anything wrong with me not wearing a bra. However, in the middle of a set of squats, yes, mid-squat, a guy comes up to me, taps me on the shoulder to get my attention, and tells me that my nipples are poking through my shirt. I get really irritated because why the fuck is this guy staring at my nipples in the first place? And then stopping me in mid-set to inform me. I get really annoyed, try to finish my set, but then this fucker literally grabs the bar as I ascend and re-racks it for me. He claimed it looked like I was having trouble with the last rep and that he had come over to make sure I could do it, then noticed my nipples. I'm really fucking pissed off at this point and told him I didn't need his help finishing my set and why the fuck was he looking at my chest in the first place. He said he was going to spot me but then noticed my chest and thought it would be inappropriate. I pointed out that the safety bar was set, so even if I did fail the set, he wasn't needed. But he just insisted people at the gyms look out for each other and that going forward, I should probably wear a bra so other people wouldn't get uncomfortable and that it may help me stay more balanced in my squat. I'm literally the only girl at the waist section of the gym at the moment, and other guys who are squatting and failed sets never have to worry about this shit. I've seen guys fail multiple sets in a row and no one ever rushes to their aid. But I have a very slight pause and everyone thinks I need rescuing. So I'm now really annoyed and also kind of uncomfortable. This guy I've never spoken to in my life thinks he's helping me and then has the audacity to tell me how to dress. So I tell him, you have bigger boobs and nipples than I do. Maybe you should wear a bra so people won't get uncomfortable and you won't fail your squat. He then got really defensive, saying he was just trying to help, then called me a bitch. Honestly, I'm not sure if I overreacted, but I'm still kind of pissed off. So maybe that's clouding my judgment. Am I the asshole? I finally did start wearing bras again. And not at all because of this incident, but because I'd been dealing with depression that made me not really try to get dressed in general, not just at the gym. And dressing for success has been a small way to try to get myself back into a better place mentally. Anyways, the guy goes to the gym roughly the same time I do most days. So unfortunately, I did have to see him again. Even though I really wanted to grab his bar out of a fake concern while he was squatting, I mostly ignored him until 2 days ago. I was deadlifting and recording myself to check my form. The guy comes over and says something like, you know, Somo is cheating, right? I get this comment a lot, mostly from men half joking. And it's annoying, but I just completely ignore him. He repeats it a little louder and I continue to ignore him. I guess he sees that I was recording myself because he then asked if I have an Instagram. I don't post my lips on Instagram. And if he could follow me. I keep ignoring him. Finally, he says something like, see, your form is so much better now that you're wearing a bra. And I fucking lost it again. I screamed at him that he's a disgusting, harassing piece of shit. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was, admittedly, very vulgar and got a lot of attention. A worker came over and asked if something was wrong, and I said that the guy was sexually harassing me for 2 weeks and asked to speak to a manager. The guy denied it and said he was just trying to help and that I was being sensitive. But either way, the manager asked what was going on and got both of our stories. Because I had been recording my lips, I actually had a video of him where he commented on my bra. So the manager gave him a 30-day ban and told me that if he ever bothered me again, to let her know and she would permanently ban him. So I feel kind of vindicated, but I also feel a little frustrated that just one man actually saw the consequences for this kind of behavior towards women in the gym. It's nice to see someone have repercussions for their actions, but it's also exhausting dealing with this kind of thing constantly at the gym, even if it isn't quite as overt. But I guess I'll have to keep calm and lift on. Am I the asshole for being upset with my husband for using my bonus on him? My husband, 28, and I, 27, have been married about 4 years now. We dated in college and got married after. He finished college with a finance degree and thought he would go into accounting. Well, he quickly found out that was not his passion. So he bounced around jobs and ideas like business, teacher, lawyer, but nothing really kept him saying, this is what I want to do. This was pre-COVID. Since COVID, he has not attempted anything. He says after the pandemic, there will be a boom in jobs and he can find something that he's passionate about. I have been working full-time and thankfully, my job became remote and pays the bills while keeping food on the table. Incident in question. After the fiscal year closed, my work had done really well. We selling medical testing equipment, so it was a big product of 2020. I was given a promotion. I got a little pay raise and a small bonus. I was really excited because I could finally repair my purse and replace my shoes. My friend's puppy destroyed it, but I acknowledge I should not have left my purse on a low stool in front of the puppy's bed. So my fault. I was so excited to tell my husband, but he seemed more excited than me over this promotion. He started going off how he could redo his game area and get the new systems since he was tired of his others, and I was dumbfounded. I got really quiet because I almost could not believe what he was saying. He eventually goes out and gets himself a new system, chair and mouse. He had basically spent my bonus. I was so upset and ultimately hurt and numb. We ended up getting into an argument and he called me selfish for not being happy that he got to achieve his dream, and I am spoiled for being upset I couldn't spend this money on me first. I basically called him an ungrateful asshole and asked why does he deserve new stuff when I have been providing. He got really quiet on that one and stormed out saying he would be staying with his family. That's only about an hour away. I have been getting angry calls and texts due to the fact he didn't feel supported in his own home, and if I am making the money I can get whatever I want when I want, and I shouldn't throw it in his face he doesn't have an income, which is not true. I'm trying to keep a roof over our head and food on the table. All his friends and family think I way overreacted to something that makes my husband happy, and that the next time we get a large sum of money my husband said he would let me repair my purse. I haven't responded and don't think I will for a few days, but I have gotten so many "you're such a bitch" and I am starting to wonder if I really am. I first want to thank everyone who reached out and snapped me out of these days with my soon-to-be ex. He was extremely toxic and just made me feel not even worth anything. That's probably why it was so hard to see he was. So I want to thank everyone who offered words of encouragement and even the tough love. I needed to hear it. After he went back to his parents, he was waiting for my apology, which I never did. And when he noticed I drained our joint bank, he escalated saying I was his and how I could never actually leave him and that he owned me. All of my success was his and without him, I would a loser drop out. His family was even worse because I had really blocked them, so they started making fake accounts and using apps to hide their number to harass, saying I ruined their son's life and how he sacrificed everything to get me where I am. To throw him to the side like this was disgusting and I deserved to rot. I provided all this to my lawyer who recommended I take a restraining order in case he wanted to escalate further and to not engage ever but just keep the records. This has caused my anxiety to go through the roof and I am working in this with my therapist. I have separated the finances completely and changed my banks. Even told them my soon-to-be ex is never allowed to access these accounts because he would take it all and run. I have changed my number and gone completely social media less. Besides this, part of me is broken that our marriage came to end over a computer. I keep thinking I am stupid and how I couldn't see the warning signs. I must look like a fool to everyone. All in all, I'm slowly picking up the pieces of my life and figuring out how to move forward. Thank you to anyone still reading this, and thank you everyone who helped me get here. Am I the asshole for calling my dad's girlfriend his mistress? My mom died of brain aneurysm 2 years ago. She was 39 at that time. She and dad were no longer together before she died because dad had an affair with his work colleague Amanda. They were getting a divorce, but mom died before it was finalized. I was 18 when mom died, and to be honest, I resented my dad because of the heartache he caused my mother, and I blamed him for her death. After mom's funeral, I refused to talk to him until recently he contacted me and we started to reconnect. He and Amanda are still together, and I have started to accept their relationship because I saw how happy my father is with her. Last month, dad informed me that he and Amanda had gotten engaged and he wanted to let me know first before he shares the news to everyone. I told him I am happy for them. Last week, they had an engagement party where they invited some of our relatives and friends. During the toast, dad said something like, "I just can't wait to marry the perfect woman. I thank God for giving me the love of my life after all those years that I wasted with someone else." I walked out of the room after hearing what my father said. He basically considered his marriage to my late mother a waste of his time. It broke my heart and I wanted to leave right away. But dad's friend, my godfather, and Amanda followed me. Amanda said that dad wants me to give a message, but I told her I can't do that and I need to go as I feel sick. My godfather tried to convince me to stay and say a few words. I got tired of holding my anger in and I just said, "I have no good words to say about my cheating father and his mistress. I need to go." Amanda got angry with me and called me an asshole, and I need to get over the past. I didn't even say anything and just left them behind. I was with my boyfriend who picked me up when dad called and he was very furious with me. Apparently, what I said made Amanda cry and he's now demanding an apology. He also accused me of ruining his engagement party. I told him I could have made a scene, but I didn't. And there is no way I am apologizing for stating facts. Am I the asshole? Did I overreact and ruin their party? My boyfriend said he understands how I feel, but my grandparents, dad's side, are disappointed with me for overreacting and calling Amanda a mistress.